Hey, you guys. It's 10:55 where I am in the morning, and it's already 480 degrees in the shade. That might be a tall tale. Spirit said come do a reading, so here I am. I guess we'll start with the general collective and see who shows up that needs a message. Don't forget to go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Energetically Enhanced. I'm hoping to get up to 50 subscribers so I can go live on there sometimes too. That would be fun. And also, I have a TikTok I'm trying to build. If you could share those far and wide, I would really, really, really appreciate it. And I'm sure the universe will repay your kindness tenfold. Hey, Musina, how are you today? I'm good. I'm still drinking coffee. I haven't quite gotten all the way awake. That's what I'm hoping I'll look like after I drink all my coffee. Are you up for a personal reading today? I haven't even started a general collective because I didn't feel like that's why I was here. Maybe I'm here for personals today. It doesn't even look like I have a viewer, so let me know if you have if you want to do a personal, and if so, if you have a preference for what deck. Oh, yeah. I can feel my crown chakra really doing the thing. But it looks like I don't have any watchers. So Facebook's so messed up. That's why I want to get over on YouTube. Because Facebook is so messed up. Maybe you only stopped in to say hi. I'm going to go ahead and do the general collective then, I guess. Okay, we're going to use a different deck. Oh, there you are. 2:30 in the morning. Woo, you're up late. Is it Sunday, Monday? Here it's Sunday morning. Now it's 10:59. Let's see what kind of advice we can get for you. Relationship advice, you say. Ooh. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing forth a message for Mosina. I hope I'm saying your name right. The only language I really know is English. I know a little bit of French. I barely took a year of it. I mean, I was barely there for that year of French class. And then I learned some dirty Spanish from a manager where I worked at McDonald's one time. That's about it. Oh, and I've been learning Hawaiian. Well, I've taken a break on it. I was learning it for over a year, and it's a good language. It's a beautiful language, but it's hard for my brain to do the language, translate it. Keep it in my brain like this has 3 different meanings. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing forth a message for Messina at this time. In a relationship. Okay. How can you have a relationship if you don't talk? That sounds hard, honey. I'm sorry for that. Let's see what Spirit had to say. They put out, let's see how many. You got 3 cards. Impeccability, mind like an ocean. Truth, coming to earth. And I'll hold these up so you can look at them longer. And I'll read from the book and see if they have any advice. Passion, angel light. Hopefully something in this message, ooh, resonates for you. That one tried to hit the Bermuda Triangle down there. Between my console and my driver's seat. Where things go and never return. Okay, so, impeccability. Well, this is a gorgeous card. See if I can get the glare off. The sun is in a weird place today, you guys. This image celebrates the alignment of our mind with the mind of the Creator. It calls us to open ourselves to the divinity, allowing Godhead to wash through us like the gentle waves of the ocean, cleansing and dissolving all that is not in our highest order. It says, release the past. See these old issues as sandcastles on a beach. Each purifying wave of divine energy washes in, dissolving and removing more and more of the sand building until it is all gone. You are now free. Give thanks. Special message. You are being inspired to release your need to control an issue, person, or situation in your life. All is well. Release and allow. Set it free and it will set you free. It is all in divine order. That sounds like an answer. Maybe not the answer you wanted. Let's see what this one says. We have truth. This image celebrates our spiritual and universal heritage and our ability to know this. It calls us to walk in the truth that we are multi-dimensional beings that came from spirit. I'm getting goosebumps on my head, like on the side of my head. It's so weird. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That came from spirit and will go back to spirit. But also, even though we are currently physical, we are in spirit, still in spirit now. And okay, so they were interrupting me. This is a way to look at this is you've already done all of this. There is a part of you, your soul, your higher self, who is merely looking back on this as a recollection. This has already been done. All time is now. And you have to realize that everything that is going on right now is for your best. It will get you to the highest path. Everything is divine. Nothing happens by chance. But if you release the need to try to draw this person back, focus on loving yourself and being the best, highest version of yourself, the best will come to you. Okay. Wow. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Special message. Wait a minute. Every few hours during this day, stop and reflect on all living things that are around you. Give respect in knowing that all is of the divine. It contains the Creator's energy that holds every atom in the whole universe in pure working perfection. Special message. You are being inspired to know that God is all and all is God. We are in the eternal moment of now. Now is what we have. Now is divine. It's pretty clear you need to let go of the past. Resonating, huh? Ooh, that whole thing, like, they sent goosebumps up my head, like right here. It was the weirdest thing. And then they interrupted where I was reading. Things are getting clearer and clearer for me when I do these things. It's so amazing to me. Okay, passion is your last one. Passion. You're very welcome. I'm glad you came in for a message. Apparently Spirit was tapping on my shoulder because you needed something. This image celebrates love, beauty, joy, and our divine connection with all that is. It is calling us to radiate these blessings to everyone and all things around us. Try to find love in all that you do today. Maybe tomorrow since it's so late. Give 5 people a sincere compliment. Extend a helping hand to someone who needs it. Do something special for a friend or family member, or pay a toll for a stranger. Whatever it is, give it in the true spirit of love. And the special message, you are being inspired to open your heart even wider. Little petty nuisances, irritations, and negativities pinch off the flow of your incredible loving energy. Let go of the stuff and shine like the being of light you truly are. Wow. Thank you for being here. That was a really good message. It kind of resonated with me a little bit too, because I have a tendency to keep looking back and forgetting about just being in the now. Be right here, right now, right now, right now. Like, and remembering that everything happens for a reason. Hey, Deke. Yes, absolutely. I actually just finished with Mosina and I had no one else left. So it would be for you now to happen. Do you have a preference what deck you would like? Let me throw... Thank you for being here, Mosina. Please come back again if you feel like you need a new message, and we'll see what Spirit has for you. Okay, for some reason I was hearing tarot, so I was going to get the tarot because I felt like that's what you were going to say, but maybe that's what Spirit was saying. Let's see what we get. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing forth a message for Deke. Oh, thank you. You are love too. I send you love and healing. I know sometimes it's really hard to let go of what's, you know, what we still love, but maybe isn't the best for us and isn't really working out. So you have to, though. Sometimes the universe will make you, like literally make you. So do it for yourself before the universe makes you. That's what my advice is. Okay. Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing through a message for Deke at this time. For the highest good of all. Wow. Oh, wow. Hope everything is okay wherever you are, Deke. Is that upside right? Let's see if it landed like that. Okay, yes. Sorry, I'm still figuring these things out. Sometimes I get lost with the whole way the things fall. Like if it's supposed, that's better. Thanks. If you just put them upright or upside down, perfect. Sideways, I have to stop and think. Anything else for Deke at this time? Okay. Let's see how many you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hopefully this brings you some clarification. You got the Child of Water in the upright. Explorer of Earth in the reverse. Oh, the Lightning is in the upright. Followed by the Death card. Followed by the Seeker and the Ten of Earth. Okay. Yeah, when I saw the one, I was concerned. Then the second one, after that, I did not see it because it came out as a stack. So I'm sending you healing, whatever's going on. Or hopefully maybe that's already behind you and now we're to the next thing. Let's see what the Child of Water has to say. Such a cute image. When you get this card in the upright, the Child of Water is tender-hearted and dreamy and has a rich imaginary life. She may be attracted to a new spiritual path or philosophy, or drawn to a new art medium. She may be experiencing love for the first time. She needs to embrace her emotions, dreams, and imagination, and let her heart be filled. The affirmation, I imagine a life filled with love, art, and spirituality. Next was the Explorer of Earth on the shadow side. But I'll hold it upright so you can take a look at the images and see what speaks to you from there. And it says, this may be a time of disconnect from the natural world with little interest in its mysteries and miracles. Unhappiness can come from living too much in the head or not paying attention to physical or financial matters. Someone may be overly cautious about taking needed risks or is struggling with money problems. Pessimism and neglectful resource management reflect poor stewardship of the bounty with which Mama Gaia blesses us. Seems like I've read this for one of the horoscope signs recently. Affirmation, I live within the bounty of nature. Ooh, and next is the upright lightning. Dun, dun, dun. That's what I just heard. The Tower. Sudden, irrevocable change. Get ready, because life as you have known it may be in for a sudden, radical change. It may be an epiphany or a flash of insight that totally revises the way you look at the world. It may be an emotional breakthrough, or it may be an upheaval in your life or in the world around you. Something taken for granted, for good. Tickle. I got tickle on that one. Something taken for granted for good or ill is teetering on a precipice. If you resist breaking free of bondage, you may be setting yourself up for a lightning experience. If you can't bring yourself to make necessary changes, it may be taken out of your hands with a cataclysmic external experience or cosmic intervention. I just got done saying something like that. This is crazy. What kinds of sweeping revisions, letting go, and clearing are needed? Who or what is the catalyst of this revolutionary moment? The strike of the lightning bolt can both destroy and transform. It can illuminate while also burning away that which will not survive. The energy that is released in the aftermath of this crisis has the potential for enormous creativity and transformation. Like a phoenix from the ashes, right? Like my necklace. Themes associated with the soul lessons: shocking events, dramatic change, sudden upheaval, epiphany, revelation, crisis, disruption, burst of insight, chaos. Some journal questions to write down and ponder. What sudden revelation have I recently had? How is my life radically changing? What attitudes need to be banished in order for me to move on? What insights reveal new possibilities to me? What limiting circumstances am I released from? What is true security and false security in my life? When I've lost everything, what remains? The affirmation, I am transformed and liberated by my acceptance of profound change. Number 13 in the upright was next, the Death card. Dying and being reborn. Once again, another transformation card, like the phoenix from the ashes. Are you still with me, Deke? So this one says, something in your life is dying while something else is nearing its time to be born. Take the time that you need to recognize that this is a natural process, a part of the great cycle of life, of all life. Grieve if you need to for that which is ending, whether it is a cherished dream, a relationship, or a belief system. Don't rush the process or deny all your turbulent feelings. Whether a literal death or the ending of a chapter in your life, death isn't pretty and it can hurt. It's painful. Whatever dies is gone and it will never again return in the same form. But just as the dark moon gives way to the new and winter gives way to spring, rebirth will surely follow death. Releasing that which no longer serves your best interests clears the space for new beginnings and an upsurge of vitality. When you are ready to let go of grief, you will find yourself emptied out and clean and ready for the next stage of your journey. Now, can I remind you that your next card is the Fool card, New Beginnings, the Seeker. So let's finish reading this one, though. I'm getting too excited. This reading is amazing, but I send you healing. I mean, it may have already passed in your healing from it, and you're starting on the new journey already. Or maybe you're in the midst of it. So, let's see. Where was I? Here we go. The themes associated with the soul lessons for this card. Take a look at all the images there. There's even a pile of dog poop or something. It looks like poop. It's kind of weird. Okay. Journal questions to write down and ponder. What is ending or needs to end in my life? How might this ending be a blessing in disguise? In what way might pruning back the dead wood or unnecessary in my life bring about a new vitality? What are my beliefs about death? Am I prepared for my own death? Do I have a will and other necessary end-of-life documents in place? What kind of end-of-life care do I want to have? This has been coming up so much lately for the collective as a whole. What do I want done with my remains after I die? How do I honor that which has ended in my life? How do I remember my beloved dead? The affirmation, I accept the change that death brings in order that I may receive the transformation of rebirth. Wow. Thank you for being here, Deke. This is a profound reading right here. This is a journey. Next we have the first card in the whole entire deck, the Seeker, the Fool, a new beginning. I'm going to read this whole entire thing, the description and all. And I'm going to hold it up for you to look at the picture. The Seeker begins a journey, taking a moment to contemplate the road ahead before setting off down the hillside. Perhaps she is murmuring a prayer or setting an intention. She travels lightly, carrying all she needs in her bundle. She has embroidered a butterfly on the back of her vest. I got the picture of a tattoo, signifying her delight in taking wing and setting out on her own path. A great mountain. Ooh, now something almost made me cry. I don't know. This isn't really crying material right here. A great mountain rises in the east, and the river slowly meanders on its own journey from the mountain range down to the bay and the ocean beyond. The Seeker is at that stage of life between childhood and adulthood when anything is possible. Her life lies before her like a page waiting to be written. With Fox as her trickster companion, who knows what surprises may await her? Swallows and swallowtails flit and flutter around her, guiding her way. When you get this card in a reading, you are starting a new journey with the beginner's mind. It's time to hit the road, either metaphorically or literally. Every time you set out on a journey, whether it's a one-day hike or a new career, you embark on a spiritual journey as well. Be open to all the twists and curves in the road ahead. Be ready for wonderful surprises. Keep your heart open and maintain an attitude of innocence, trust, and spontaneity. Remember that many innovators, creators, and explorers were considered foolish by the conventional wisdom of their time. Dare to take a risk. Before you is a brand new adventure, the chance for a fresh start and endless possibilities. My throat did the thing. Endless possibilities. Endless, Spirit said. Thank you. Okay, so the themes associated with the soul lessons for this card. Let's see here. Spiritual quest, innocence, childlike wonder, pilgrimage, a new beginning, simplicity, spontaneity, adventure, taking a risk, the wisdom of the fool, Alpha and Omega. Oh, sorry, my hand was going towards the heavens again with the thing. Okay. Oh, Sorry. My throat almost closed up as I got ready to say. Journal questions. Get you a journal, write these things down. You can pause it, you can rewind this, or you can go back later and look at it when it's on YouTube, easier to manipulate. Journal questions to write down and ponder. What journey do I begin today? How can I cultivate beginner's mind? How can I be more childlike? Have I lost my sense of wonder? How can I reconnect with it? Where or how in my life do I feel foolish? Is this my perception or the judgment of others? Where or how do I need to lighten up? What grand adventure would I like to have? Where do I need to take a risk? What is changing shape in my life? What am I carrying in my bundle? Is my baggage light or is it heavy? How can I simplify my life? Affirmation, I make my life a walking prayer. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. And the last card has been coming out in the collective a lot, and for certain people a lot. I don't know if I read this one for you before. The 10 of Earth in the upright. So I'm going to read the description and everything because I usually don't, but it keeps coming out for you. I'm pretty sure I've read you this. In the deep forest, we come across a nurse stump or nurse log, a tree that has fallen during a storm or been cut down. As the log decays, it provides fertile ground for new growth to take root in its dying body. Insects and fungi hurry along the decomposition process. Squirrels and other creatures may perch or roost there, adding food scraps and scat to the rich humus. Soon, moss ferns and mushrooms appear, and the seedlings of new trees. Many years later, you will see full-grown trees whose roots have grown over one of these nurse stumps or logs. In the background, an elderly gentleman walks the forest path through dappled shade and sunshine, heading for the spot that opens up into the light. So do we pass along our wisdom to the next generation, that they might flourish as we pass on. In the upright, it says, something you thought had ended in your life is beginning to burst forth with new shoots. Perhaps it is the wisdom of your parents and your ancestors that you pass along to those who come after you. It may also be that the long journey to see your work succeed is finally paying off. What do you consider to be great wealth? It has been said that what we have done for ourselves alone dies with us, but what we have done for others remains. In what ways does your work support and sustain others? The affirmation, I know that my life's work will benefit the coming generations. Deek. How is that resonating for you? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Let me mix these back into the deck. Who is waiting for the next one? Please comment. Thank you so much for being here today, Deek. I really appreciate you returning and visiting from time to time. Hopefully these messages are helping you. Holy Spirit, thank you for giving the guidance that you have provided for the highest good of all. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for your protection and guidance as always and always. I don't know if I have another person who is waiting for a personal. I don't. Whoever comments next gets the next personal reading. Let's see what we've got. Well, you don't have to count any chickens, but you can just go ahead and close your eyes. Picture the outcome that would bring you the most joy. Feel that. Hold that feeling. Feel it. Know it's already yours. And you're very, very welcome. HGV. I know you said you were trying to get a license of some sort. I couldn't remember what kind, and I don't even know what that means. But if that's what you truly want, just close your eyes and believe it to be true. Know it's already yours. Know it. Okay, who is here? Okay, I have Annette, and then I have Leah. Annette, do you have a deck preference? Leah said, I get to pick. Well, we know Spirit picks when I pick. I don't pick. Oh, okay. So that's kind of like what they call here, like a CDL or a commercial driver's license, where you can drive like dump trucks and semis and stuff like that. Big trucks, maybe. Awesome. Okay, Annette, let's pull for you. Okay, the Goddess deck is calling to me, so let's try these guys. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing forth a message for Yeah, you're very welcome. I am here just trying to help. I'm just trying to find more people to help, really. Right now, everything's so crazy. I feel like that's why Spirit has been on me and had been on me, because things were about to go crazy and I should have already been practicing this. Shame on me for procrastinating and being afraid to put my face on a video and put it out in the public. I had hang-ups, probably a little bit of ego. Probably a little bit of ego. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing Annette a message for the highest good of all involved. Thank you for allowing my voice to bring healing to those who hear it. And thank you for allowing me to be such a open vessel for whatever you want to bring through. So far, just one came out. Anything else for Annette? Thank you, Holy Spirit. Well, there we go. Anything else for Annette at this time? All right. I'm just going to stop right there so we don't end up here until tomorrow. Let's see how many you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, you got Excel. Let's see if I can get it without a glare. It's kind of, the sun is so weird. Ooh, you know what? Hold on just a second, you guys. The sun is moving so fast. I better put my sunshade up because that's probably why it's so glary. Sorry. I was in the shade when I started this too. Oh no. Yeah, that's gonna be down on the hotness too, I bet. Whoops. Alright. Now, sorry about that. Here I was reading this. And these were the rest. Okay. Ixchel is the ancient Mayan moon goddess who reigned supreme throughout the Yucatan Peninsula in southern Mexico and as far south as El Salvador for more than a millennium. I just had her the other day. She is also called the Queen, our Mother, the White Lady, and the Goddess of Becoming. Although married to the sun, she is fiercely independent, allowing no one to own her. She remains free to come and go as she chooses. As a fertility goddess, she makes women fruitful and sends fertilizing rains to the earth. She is particularly honored as a patroness of childbirth and a healing goddess of medicine. Like many moon goddesses, she is the patroness of weaving. Ixchel. I hope I'm saying this right. It's Ixchel. Like the waxing and waning moon, is comfortable with all sides of life. Her energy is midwife to our own creative ideas. Let me see the spelling of that, even though it's backwards. I'm not familiar with the mythology. I took mythology in high school, but we only covered like Roman and Greek and stuff like that. Next, you got Rhiannon. And we're not going to talk about how long ago high school was. At least 5 years. Rhiannon is the great goddess as worshipped by the Welsh. She is an embodiment of life, death, and rebirth, for in her realm there is no death without regeneration. Her name derives from Rigantona, which means great queen. A shapeshifter, she can assume any form she wants. She often appears as a white horse. She is a muse goddess and is accompanied by 3 sweetly singing birds who can revive the dead or put the living to sleep. The source of the king's power derived from Rhiannon, the queen, and a candidate for kinghood met Rhiannon dressed as a stag, a regal figure symbolic of rejuvenation, beauty, strength, and instinctual masculine energy. In altar myth, she appears as Nimue, N-I-M-U-E with the 2 dots above it. I'm really going to have to study these. Or as Vivian, the Lady of the Lake. Rhiannon is a beautiful queen of the night, a reminder of the close balance between death and rebirth. She demands that we honor our instinctual and animal selves as a source of creativity, abundance, and order. Next, you got Artemis. The archaic mistress of animals probably dates back to Paleolithic times. Her realm is the wildness, and her concern extends to all wild, untamed things. She presides over the hunt and is the goddess of hunters. Fiercely individualistic and independent, she remains apart from relationship to men. Despite her fierceness, she is addressed as a healing and soothing goddess. Protector of births, she alleviates the suffering of women in childbirth. She is also responsible for the initiation of young girls. Artemis is a wonderful symbol of female independence. She reminds us of the value of solitude and the importance of wild, unprotected places. She shows us those frightening places that bring healing even through fear. I got a tickle in my throat. Hold on, let me get a drink. Maybe this next part is especially important. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for the messages today. I swear, you know, I read these recent, and I mixed these all together. And these came all apart, and they are together again. Hathor, a nourishing great mother goddess, is the Egyptian mother of all gods and goddesses. Usually portrayed as a cow, she is a sky goddess, the queen of the heavens. The sun emerges from her womb, and the moon from her breast. She is the goddess of love, mirth, beauty, and sensual pleasure, as well as the protectress of all women. In her other guise, shown here, she is Lady of the Night and Queen of the Underworld. With her lion's head, Hathor assumes the role of destroyer and giver of death. In her leopard skin, she is the goddess of fate and fortune, and typifies the ferocity and swiftness of this animal, a night prowler and watcher. Hathor is a strong embodiment of the many sides of existence. Creator, sustainer, destroyer, she encompasses all. Hathor reminds us that we too must acknowledge all parts of ourselves, that what we might call destructive is sometimes necessary to allow our creativity and compassion to flourish. Next, you got Kuan Yin. Revered throughout Asia for thousands of years, She's the Chinese goddess of infinite mercy and compassion. Her name means she who listens to the sounds or suffering of the world. In the Buddhist tradition, she is an aspect of Avalokitesvara. I'm going to have to do some work on these cards. The Bodhisattva, who sprang from one of Buddha's tears. She once took the form of Miao Shan, a woman who was spurned by her father for refusing to marry. Later, Miao Shan sacrificed both arms and legs in order to heal her father. Her appeal is particularly widespread because she gives assistance in this world. She provides the earthly blessings of children, health, and long life, and rescues people from drowning, lightning, and poverty. She is particularly a protector of women. Kuan Yin is a symbol of the unlimited compassion each of us can have for ourselves. No matter what the situation, it is possible to treat ourselves with mercy and love. Hopefully this is resonating for you, and you're very, very welcome. Next to the last, you got Triple Goddess. The original Trinity symbolizes the three faces of the great goddess and is the earliest representation of her division into multiplicity. The goddess with three faces is a universal motif found worldwide. The triple goddess is intimately associated with the changing phases of the moon. Just as the moon transforms from one phase to another, the great goddess moves among her many roles. Her three faces are usually Virgin, Mother, and Crone. Virgin representing the strong, self-defined goddess. Mother representing the nurturing goddess as a source of all nourishment. And Crone representing the goddess of death and transformation. This symbolism embraces the role of the goddess in all phases of existence, from birth through death to rebirth. The triple goddess reminds us of our sacredness, regardless of our age or function in life. She reminds us that despite her many forms, there is one goddess, always present and always sacred. Last, you got Fortuna. The Roman goddess Fortuna was the same as an earlier Italian goddess who presided over the earth's abundance and controlled the destiny of all human beings. Her name, derived from Fortuna, she who turns the year about, came to symbolize the capriciousness of life and luck, the vagaries of fate as the wheel of life turns around. Her festival was celebrated in October. Fortuna gives us a way to approach the ups and downs of life, a perspective that can offer us some equanimity as we proceed on our journey. Wow. What a reading in that. Thank you for being here. Hopefully this helps somehow. Maybe as some kind of a clarification or a confirmation. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Well, I was getting ready to just switch decks, but I think, I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Spirit, is this the deck? Alright, so, Leah, you were the one that was next, right? And I was going to switch decks, but twice, when I just tried to get the cards in a bunch, this card flipped out again. And I just read it, Rhiannon. So, I don't know, this is supposed to resonate for you as well, Leah. Rhiannon. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now can I switch decks? Can I switch decks? I don't know. You're very, very welcome. Please come again if you find yourself in need of some other confirmation or guidance from Spirit. And I will do my best to bring through whatever comes from the highest of the light. Okay, Leah. The Sphinx and Aphrodite just flipped out, so we're just going to keep rolling with this deck and see what else. They wanted you to have Rhiannon. Oh, And by the way, good morning, beautiful, to you. Anything else? Okay. From this deck for Leah. Have I ever pulled for you from the goddesses, Leah? Maybe once. Okay. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, good. You're still here? Good, good. Sorry about that. But thank you, Holy Spirit, for that. Okay. What else have we got here? Oops. Okay, so you got 4 so far. There's one over here in my lap, too. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for bringing forth a message for Leah at this time. Alright, so that's that, I guess. Let's see what we got. You got 4. Oh, okay, this one is a sideways one. Let me look at the picture. The Sphinx is the first one out. The Sphinx is an ancient moon goddess, the goddess of birth and death. Part animal, part human, she remains connected to her deep instinctual nature. Most stories emphasize her aspect as a death goddess who carries the dead to the underworld. Often portrayed as a lion, she shares in the solar and why is my throat tickling on this? And regal symbolism of that animal. So maybe lion is important for you. Her role as an oracular deity given to enigma and riddles points to her as a keeper of the great mystery. A symbol of strength, wisdom, and royal power, she reminds us that nothing comes to creation without some destruction, and that sometimes to solve a mystery, we must enter the darkness. This image reminds us that there is beauty even in the heart of that which terrifies. Oh, no. Can you hear that? I forgot to put it on it. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize you guys could hear that. It's one of my notification things, Spirit in the Sky. I'm sorry to blow your ear out. Oh, my word. I'm so sorry. Usually I put it on Do Not Disturb, and I forgot today. This one is sideways, too. Okay, so, did I? Okay. Man, my head is going nuts. Like, my crown chakra is so buzzy right now, it's hard for me to even think. Aphrodite is most often described as radiant and shining. When Aphrodite is present, the whole world acquires a soft golden glow. Foam-born, she is associated with the creative, life-giving sea and represents a sense of freshness, renewal, and hope. A descendant of the prehistoric water bird goddesses of old Europe. She is often accompanied by birds. And my throat was really tickly on that. The goddess of both spiritual and passionate love, Aphrodite joins us to one another. She is feminine being in all her fullness, and her realm is that of relationship and feeling. Aphrodite demands maturity if we are to be in true relationship. When we embrace mature love, Aphrodite is there to bless us. Next, you got Hina, which this one's another sideways one. So let's look at the picture first. Hina is a famous one in Hawaii. Oh, you're not home yet. Let's see, Hina is said by some to be the greatest of Polynesian goddesses. In certain tellings, she is the original creator of the world. The goddesses and gods and human beings. One story tells of her love affair with an eel who is killed. She buries his head, and several days later the first coconut tree springs forth from the grave. Hina is perhaps best known as the woman who lives in the moon. My throat keeps tickling on this card. It's so weird. There she creates beautiful tapa cloth from the bark of the mulberry tree, which we see as clouds surrounding the moon.
Hina represents that part of ourselves that creatively brings forth nourishment even in the midst of what appears to be death and decay. And then last, it's another sideways. Is your life sideways right now, Leah? I'm so sorry. It probably is kind of hard being at someone else's place, huh? Let's see. So this is the image. And now I'll have to flip it sideways to read it. Flora, flourishing one, was the Roman goddess of flowers, gardens, and spring. She is the embodiment of all nature. Her name has come to represent all plant life. She is especially a goddess of flowers, including the flower of youth. Her festival of unrestrained pleasure, the Floralia, was celebrated at the end of April and beginning of May. This festival was probably the origin of the maypole dance and the gathering of bouquets of flowers, symbolizing the bringing of spring and new life into the world. She gives charm to youth, aroma to wine, sweetness to honey, and fragrance to blossoms. Flora teaches us to honor growing things both inside and outside us. She is a reminder to pay attention to pleasure, to the beauty of spring, and to new life wherever it is found. Dun dun dun. Well, that was a good one. Thank you for being here, Leah. Thank you for letting me read for you again. Do we have anyone else waiting, wanting a personal? I don't even show I have a watcher. On Facebook, look. I'm just going to have to get on YouTube. I like to know there's someone out there. It makes it funner. Or something. I don't know. Okay, those are done for now. See, please comment if you are here waiting for a personal reading. If you need, you can check out your horoscope. I've done all of the signs now over on YouTube. They're all timeless. Some of them have more than one video now, but that's something new that I've been trying to work on. I'm trying to work on it every day, so you'll notice that my outfits are the same in like several at a time because I work on, I go in a spurt. I do in spurts. Are we doing a general collective today, Holy Spirit? I don't feel like we are. You're very welcome. You're amazing. Hopefully you can get home and everything settles in for you soon. I send you healing. I don't think I'm doing a general collective today. I think that was just personals that I was meant to do. So, if no one else is waiting for a personal, I'm going to shut it down. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for being here. I will get this processed and try and get it uploaded to YouTube as soon as possible. That way you can go back and look at your readings. And maybe write down the journal questions if you were one of them that had journal questions. I try to do like a color-coded thing at the, like my little emblem at the bottom. I change it as it goes through from one person to the next, so it's easier to find the personal readings now. So it's easier to fast forward through them. I don't want to put anybody's name out there or anything like that unless you request it, and then I can absolutely give you a timestamp. Alright guys, I think that's it. Have a fantastic day. I send you love and healing, and I will see you next time.